안녕하세요. Today is the 578th Hangul Day, so I wanted to greet you in Korean. For those of you in Korea, you're probably enjoying a leisurely morning since Hangul Day is a public holiday here. Korea is supposedly the only country in the world that celebrates the invention and proclamation of its alphabet. It's a pretty impressive feat and is, of course, a huge source of pride. I want to share my favorite Korean word with you today, and that word is 햇비, or sunny shower. 햇비 is a native Korean word referring to a short burst of rain on a sunny day. The sunlight is more likely to meet water droplets in the air, resulting in a higher chance of seeing a rainbow. Hello and welcome to Culture Crunch. I am your DJ Soo Jung, and I want to be that bright spot in your day just like a rainbow. And so we kick off today's hour on Culture Crunch with Sunshine by Rainbow.
큐피드의 화살에 맞아 내 마음을 뺏겨버렸어. 운명 같은 사람인가 봐.
baby 다 들어가 뜨겁게 hot crazy Go Jerry go 널 붙잡을 거라고 하루 종일 너와 rock and roll 넌 멋쟁이 신사 난 너만의 sunshine 반짝반짝 빛나 You're my sunshine boy 새 같은 사람 I'm my boy 조마조마 가슴 떨려 이런 내 맘 알까 You're my sunshine boy 바다 같은 사람 I'm my boy 쓰지는 내 맘 뺏어간 너 Jerry go Jerry boy Jerry go Jerry boy I'm feeling pretty good I can't stop loving you Jerry go Jerry boy
Catch Culture Crunch on ARIRANG Radio at 11 a.m. KST every day. You can listen to our show via the ARIRANG Radio application, which you can download from your app store, or watch the program on ARIRANG TV. If you're in the Jeju area, tune in to 88.7 in Jeju City, 88.1 in Seogwipo City, or 101.9 in the Daejeong area. If you're in Busan, you can listen from BEFM 90.5, and in the Kijong, Noksan, Cheongwan areas, tune in to 103.3. You can also join us on our YouTube live stream. The channel is ARIRANG Radio K-pop. And if you miss any of these, don't worry. You can catch the radio rerun at 2 a.m. KST every day. Don't forget, there are exclusive episodes on Saturday and Sunday at 11 a.m. KST only on ARIRANG Radio. Head to the Culture Crunch Send Messages board on the ARIRANG Radio website or email us at culturecruncharirang@gmail.com to send us your song requests and messages. The background music to my life, the playlist of my life. Feast your ears on the live performances and stories of musicians who just can't imagine a life without music. This is Tune-In Time. And joining us today for this Hangul Day special and our first ever Tune-In Time, in fact, is musician David Koo. Welcome to the show. 반갑습니다.
안녕하세요. 반갑습니다. David Koo입니다. Thanks for having me.
너무 영광입니다.
아유, 제가 영광입니다, 선배님.
오늘 또 빨간 날인데 public holiday인데 함께 해주셔서
네.
오시느라 고생하셨고요.
감사합니다.
Thank you for coming in on a public holiday. We have a bit of a connection, don't we?
Yeah.
So different seasons, but we were contestants on the same singing audition program.
Yes.
How was your experience on that? Do you want to briefly mention it?
그냥 그때는 되게 많이 떨었던 것 같아요. 엄청 떨고 막.
You were really nervous.
네. 근데 그때 경험으로 지금 되게 많이 훈련이 돼서 이제는 좀 덜 떨게 된 것 같은 느낌. 네.
So it was a very important
네.
transition point in your life.
예,
so
맞아요.
while David was on the singing audition program that we were both on, he was season 3, by the way. I was season 2.
yeah.
He was really nervous then, but through that experience, he's here today, looking very chill, by the way.
Thank you.
Looking
Thank
very
you.
relaxed.
That's me.
So you're here with us on Hangul Day.
Yeah.
I mentioned in the opening that one of my favorite Korean words, 순 우리말, was 햇비 or sunny shower. Any
Yeah.
Korean words that you particularly like or call to you, speak to you?
저는 사랑 없다라는.
사랑 없다.
네, 사랑 없다.
잘 모르는 말인 것
그쵸.
같아요.
뭐,
예.
저도 찾아보면서 알았는데 이 사랑 없다라는 말이 그냥 들으면은 no love 같잖아요.
네.
근데 이게 이 생김새, appearance,
네.
그러니까 아니면 뭐 이게 행동
네.
이런 것들이 사랑을 느낄 정도로 귀여움을 나타내는 말이에요. 그러니까 되게 사랑스럽고 귀여우면은 이런 말을 하는 거라고
So
하더라고요.
David's favorite Korean word is 사랑 없다,
예.
which kind of sounds to me like a 사투리 version of 사랑 없다. There's no love, but it doesn't actually mean that. It means there's like a 사랑스러움, a lovely charm to your face that kind of shines out. Is that?
Yes.
Am I getting the right
Yes,
impression?
yes.
Wow, that's so lovely. I think you have a 사랑 없다.
Oh, thank you.
feeling
You
to your
too.
face. Oh, thank you. 서로 칭찬하기. Throwing out compliments to each other. All right. So you are our first guest on Tune-In Time. Woo, thank you
honor.
so much.
It's an honor.
It's an honor to have you, seriously. We are going to be digging deeper into your music and your life stories today. So first of all, let's talk about new music. You've been releasing a lot of new music this year. How's that been going?
지금 이제 4월부터 이제 그 윤종신 선배님처럼 이제 월간 윤종신처럼 이제 월간 구현모, 월간 데이비드 쿠 프로젝트 monthly 데이비드 쿠 프로젝트를 하고 있는데
네.
지금 4월 달부터 했으니까 지금 한 6곡 정도가 나왔네요. 네.
So David's been doing a David Koo monthly release like 윤종신 선배님
네.
from April. So you've done 6 releases so
예,
far.
맞아요.
Why did you decide to start that?
이게 되게 아이러니한 게 시작하게 된 계기는 이제 써놓은 곡을 다 발표하고 음악을 그만두자였어요. 그러니까 the reason I started this project was because I thought once I've released all the songs I've written, I should quit music.
So you had so many great songs stacked up. You wanted to release it into the world and then quit?
그래서 미래에 대한 그런 고민 때문에 머리가 복잡했는데 근데 이제 막상 매달 앨범이 이제 발표될 때마다 그런 피드백들이 되게 오히려 다시 저한테 생명력을 이렇게 좀 줬던 것 같아요. 네.
So that was his plan, to quit music after releasing these songs, but via the feedback from the releases, which were amazing, by the way. I had to listen to a few of them. And you guys will be lucky enough to listen to David's voice later. But that feedback kind of gave him more inspiration and spurred him on, more motivation to keep on going. Wow. So tell us about, I guess September was the last release. What was that song?
그 아마 앨범 자켓 보셨을지 모르겠는데 제가 앨범 자켓도 다 직접 작업해요.
아 진짜요? You draw your album artwork yourself?
Wow. 그래서 이제 사진을 찍거나 아니면 그림을 그리거나 뭐 이제 폰트 작업도 다 하고 이렇게 하고 있는데 이제
multi-talented.
thank you. 그래서 요번 9월달 September에 나왔던 그 노래는 샤워라는 샤워라는 곡인데 소나기. 그래서 이제 갑자기 내려서 이제 맞아버린 비잖아요. 갑자기 맞는. 근데 이제 그런 갑자기 왔다 갑자기 사라지는 그런 소나기 같은 그런 사랑을 이제 가사로 한번 비유해서 만들어봤어요.
So 소나기 is about a shower-like love, a shower being a short burst of rain that comes suddenly and goes just as suddenly. So there must be a certain sadness to it. Is that right?
그래서 근데 약간 좀
I think we can hear the song right now. When I heard this, there was a certain sadness to it, a melancholy.
Exactly.
So what inspired you to write this song?
그는 약간 그때 좀 다른 것 같은데 요거는 진짜 비 오는 날 썼던 것 같긴 해요. 소나기는.
You wrote it actually on a rainy day. You know, the weather and the surroundings can be such great inspiration, right? So that rain, I mean, I felt it a lot when I lived in London. That rain really kind of gets to you sometimes, doesn't it? And you know, there's even seasonal affective disorder. It really affects your mood.
우울했어요, 좀 많이.
살짝요. London can be a little bit depressing because of the weather. But I guess rain can sometimes lead to great songs like 소나기 by David. What else is? How else do you write? Like, what's your writing process like?
약간 되게 그때 다른데. 예를 들면 이제 약간 제가 I make commercial music.
you do?
약간 광고 음악도 만들 때가
you make
있는데.
advertising music too. Wow.
그럴 때는 이제 컴퍼니에서 이제 키워드 같은 걸 준단 말이에요.
So you get a keyword from the corporation.
그래서 이거는 어떻게 보면 lyrics, 그러니까 가사가 먼저 되는 거죠. 그래서 거기서 키워드를 문장으로 만들고 거기에 이제 그 무드에 맞는 어떤 코드랑 이런 걸로 이제 작업을 해 나가고요.
So in cases where it's like advertising music, commercial music, the company will often give David a keyword, and he'll usually write the sort of the hook lyric, I suppose, based on that keyword, and then add chords which go with the mood that you're going for.
맞아요.
Okay.
그리고
What about your own music?
제 거 작업할 때는 이게 핸드폰을 좀 많이 사용하는 것 같아요. 이게 다니다가 갑자기 문득 악상이 떠오르면 바로 꺼내서 메모, 보이스 메모 같은 걸로 이렇게 해서 녹음해가지고.
It's important, isn't it?
근데 이게 되게 많이 쌓였는데
그쵸?
생각보다 다시 안 꺼내.
맞아요.
그럴 때가 많아요.
So David tends to use his phone, his voice notes app, to record any ideas, lyrically and musically, right?
맞아요.
But I'm exactly the same way. Like whenever I'm inspired, I'll write stuff down or I'll record a voice memo. But David said, and I totally agree, you end up with so many notes that you often never come back to.
One day.
But I think that's a mark of a great writer.
Right.
I want to read a couple of comments from our listeners.
Okay.
Jack Kim says, short burst of rain, a shower, sadness. So we're all kind of getting this melancholy that I think you were feeling at the time when you wrote the song. Leon says he seems to be like a very sentimental musician. Would you say you're very sentimental?
그래요, 맞아요. Yes, I am. But
근데 오늘은 너무 또 밝으시고
맞아요.
very
그래서
bright
약간
and warm
특히
today.
좀 좋은 영향력을 많이 미치고 싶은 마음이 있어요. 네, 사람들한테.
그러시구나. He wants to be able to share, I guess, love and happiness through his music. Siska says, I love this type of song.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Excuse me. I'm so sorry,
It's
guys. The tablet fell over. Okay, so one of the main reasons we actually invited you to our tune-in time today on Hunger Day specifically is because, thank you so much. You're so kind. Is because you recorded a song called 서시. 서시 being a poem, a famous poem by Yoon Dong-ju, who resisted Japanese colonial rule by writing poems in Korean, which was illegal back in the day, subject to punishment. And 햇비, the word that I talked about in the opening, is also a title of a poem by Yoon Dong-ju. So tell us a bit about 서시 and how you came to record this song.
사실 원래도 되게 좋아하는 시인이었는데
네.
그 호주에 있을 때 이제 영사관 행사, 순국선열의 날 행사에서 그 윤동주 시인 역할로 노래를 한 적이 있어요. 네, 근데 그때 그 자리에 윤동주 시인의 실제 친동생분이 자리를 해주셨었어요.
윤동주
시인의 친동생분.
아 진짜요? So 윤동주's brother was actually at an event that David was a performer in.
네,
You
그
were-
시스터였어요.
sister,
할머니셨는데
okay.
할머니셨는데 그 전에 앉아 계셨고 그 또 한국에 와서는 제가 한 고등학교에 공연을 하러 갔는데 그 학교의 문학 선생님이 또 윤동주 시인의 자손이셨어요. 그러니까 뭔가 계속 이렇게 커넥션이.
there's some sort of connection there with Yoon Dong-ju. Wow, okay. Is this something that you do quite often? Do you write songs based on poems often, or is this a special case?
스페셜 케이스.
Special case.
네, 왜냐면은 그 글을 보통 작사를 제가 이렇게 써내려가다 보니까 약간 다른 사람의 글이 그냥 완전히 오리지널리 내 걸로만 하고 싶은 마음들이 좀 더 컸던 것 같아요.
I see.
그래서 스페셜 케이스.
I see. Are there any other Yoon Dong-ju poems that you've written music to?
Coming soon.
Coming soon. Okay, guys, you heard it here first. All right, so we've got a special song for a special day. You're going to perform this song for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you ready to sing? It is quite early in the morning, I know.
Nervous. In the morning.
It is, but that warmth is already there.
All right.
So if you want to get ready.
Yep.
And while David is getting ready to sing for us, I actually want to read you guys the poems 서시 in English. So here we go. I hope to live with a conscience clear until my dying day, and yet, like the wind-blown leaf, I have suffered. I must love all those close to death with a heart that sings of the stars, and take the path I have been called to walk. Even tonight, the stars are being ruffled by the wind. Wow, what a beautiful poem. It's no wonder that David chose to write music to this song, because I feel like just reading the words, there's music incorporated in there already. Okay, David, if you're ready to sing for us,
Let's go.
Please take it away. This is David Koo with 서시.
죽는 날까지 하늘을 우러러 한 점 부끄러움이 없기를 잎새에 있는 바람에도 나는 괴로워했다. 죽는 날까지 하늘을 우러러 한 점 부끄러움이 없기를
잎새에 있는 바람에도 나는 괴로워했다. 별을 노래하는 마음으로 모든 죽어가는 것을 사랑해야지. 별을 노래하는 마음으로 모든 죽어가는 것을 사랑해야지. 그리고 나한테 주어진 길을 걸어가야겠다. 죽는 날까지 하늘을 우러러 한 점 부끄러움이 없기를. 잎새에 있는 바람에도 나는 괴로워했다. 별을 노래하는 마음으로 모든 죽어가는 것을 사랑해야지. 별을 노래하는 마음으로 모든 죽어가는 것을 사랑해야지. 그리고 나한테 주어진 길을 걸어가야겠다. 오늘 밤에도 별이 바람에 스치운다.
Wow. How soothing was David's voice, guys? That was David Koo 구현모 with 서시. That was absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Wow. I feel like I need to go and take a little nap somewhere. I feel like this warmth has washed right over me and I'm just feeling so soft and gooey inside, if you know what I mean. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Wow. That was absolutely beautiful. I know a lot of our listeners were really, really touched by that too. Let's read a couple of comments. Siska says, "Oh, so beautiful! Such a beautiful live performance. A beautiful poem. The singing is so calm and soothing." Benny says, "This song is super amazing. Perfect for coffee shop music too." Yeah. Do you know what? That's such a good way of describing David's voice. It's like a warm cup of coffee on a cool, breezy autumn day like today.
Let's have it after this.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Lilith actually said language in itself is music, I think. And it's true. Language is so closely connected and intertwined with music, isn't it? I think they kind of both originated together, I feel like. Aim Lita said, if I was listening to this song at night, I think I would cry. So touching. But I can't cry now because my brain is so busy multitasking with work. Straight back to reality.
Yeah.
Aim Lita brings
Cheer
us. I know. So today on Culture Crunch and Tune In Time, our Wednesday segment, David Koo is joining us, and he just played us a live version of 서시 by... or the poem is originally by Yoon Dong-ju, a famous poet in Korea. So I actually heard another version of this song on YouTube.
Yeah.
By,
이게
can
뭔가
you let us know about it?
네, 뭔가 제 목소리로만 남기기에는 너무 이 곡이 아까워서 그래서 되게 이제 엄선해서 이제 결정을 했고요.
네.
네, 또 다음 타자도 예정되어 있습니다.
오, 그렇군요. So David thought this song, it can't just be performed by me. It's one of those hidden gems, isn't it?
Yes.
So I heard a version by 서하얀, a 국악 musician,
Yes.
on YouTube, and there's another version coming.
Yeah, he's a one of a opera singer.
Oh, there's
Yes.
another version from an opera singer coming
Baritone,
soon.
yeah.
A baritone opera
Yeah.
singer. Okay, so you guys have to watch out for that.
Yeah.
We're listening to the 서하얀 version right now.
사랑해야지 별을 노래하는 마음으로 모든 죽어가는 것을 사랑해야지
So interesting. She doesn't, just listening to the song, she doesn't sound like a 국악 musician.
네, 맞아요.
It's very kind of soft and clean. Why did you decide on 서하얀 씨, a 국악 musician?
그러니까 약간 이 사람이 어떤 국악이라는 우리나라 음악을 하는 사람인 것도 좋았고,
네.
그리고 또 이런 현대 음악도 되게 이해 폭이 넓다고 생각했어요. 그래서 뭔가 이 이해 폭이 넓은 사람들, 뭔가 이 시대 그때 좀 이렇게 슬픈 그 시대를 좀 이해하고 이 노래로 잘 표현할 수 있는 사람을 고르다가 그렇게 된 것 같아요.
So he liked the fact that 서하얀 씨 was a 국악 musician, a
Yeah.
Korean traditional musician, but also because she has such a wide understanding
Yeah.
of music and modern music in general as well. Okay, so let's dive now more into your life story.
Yeah.
How did you start your musical journey?
사실 저는 어렸을 때부터 이제 노래를 하고 싶고 음악을 하고 싶었는데
네.
사실 부모님이 엄청 반대하셨어요. 네.
I know that feeling.
Yeah,
So David's
맞아요.
parents were initially against him doing music.
예. 그래서 한국에서의 삶이 사실 너무 어려워서 그렇게 호주를 사실 가게 됐던 것 같아요.
So you spent some time in Australia.
예.
What did you do there?
가서 진짜 뭐 안 해본 아르바이트가 없는 것 같은데 뭐 진짜 학비를 제가 벌어야 했어가지고 이제 뭐 청소도 하고 막
와우.
세차장에서 차도 닦고 그리고 이제 주방에서 접시도 닦고 막 그랬던 삶이 있었어요.
So David, he didn't have his parents' support. He went on his own back, basically. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me.
So I
Still
did
early in the
like
morning.
car wash and like cleaning and washing dishes.
Wow.
이렇게.
So a wide array of jobs in order to support your dream of doing music.
네.
Is that correct?
근데 오히려
네.
한국에 있었으면은 물론 호주에서 고생은 했지만 한국에 있었으면 제가 막 원하는 대로 음악을 못 했을 건데 호주에 갔다 보니까 부모님 떨어져서 몰래 음악을 막 할 수 있었어요.
So it was a tough period in his life,
Yeah.
but he enjoyed it in some sense because he was able to do the music that he loved. Whereas if he'd stayed in Korea with his parents,
Yes.
he would have had to do it in secret, hiding it from his parents.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you think being in Australia influenced your music very much?
그렇죠. Very much. 왜냐면 이렇게 저는 음악이 사실 특히 저는 음악에 위로가 있어야 된다고 생각하는데 이게 사실 힘들어 보지 않은 사람들은 힘든 사람의 마음을 이해를 못 하잖아요. 그래서 어떤 그런 나의 물론 힘들었지만 그런 힘들었던 그런 고생들이 이런 노래에 다 담긴다고 생각해요. 메시지. 네.
So because of the tough times that he had in Australia, he feels like that actually worked for him because he's able to express those hardships and in addition the comfort that he would like to bring to his listeners as well.
Yeah.
And you can't bring comfort without having been through suffering yourself.
know their
So-
mind and
That's right. And Australia was, I guess, a big period of suffering for you because you had some really sad news while you were there.
예, 유학 중에 이제 아버지가 돌아가셔가지고 그래서 되게 아버지랑 보낸 시간이 되게 짧았는데 다행히 이제 아버지가 좀 위독하시다는 소식 듣고
네.
한국에 빨리 와서
네.
제가 한 보름 정도 이제 아버지랑 간호하면서
네.
그러고 나서 이제 아버지
네,
보내드렸죠.
보내드리셨구나.
네.
So David actually received news of his father's illness while he was in Australia, but I guess it was sort of a blessing that you had 2 weeks to spend with your father back in Korea before he sadly passed. But is that something that was a big turning point in your life? Would you say? Did it spur you on to really go down this music path?
뭔가 이제 제가 이제 집안의 only son인데 근데 이제 어머니를 내가 모셔야 되니까
네.
어머니도 건강이 좀 안 좋으시거든요.
네. His mother's not great health either.
네, 그래서 이제 약간 내가 업그레이드 되지 않으면 이제 이 가정 집안을 이끌어 나갈 뭔가 사람이 없으니까 뭔가 아무래도 좀 더 성숙해질 수밖에 없는 내가 내 의지와 상관없이 그래야
So
되는.
because of his father's passing, he felt like he had to be the leader of the family now, take care of his mother. And so it led you to be a stronger person in that leader role. And I think that really shows in your music as well. Do you have any other sort of musical role models, would you say? I know you've been called Little 이문세 in the past.
예. 그래서 저도 이렇게 한번 찾아봤는데 저는 사실 음악을 되게 또 다양하게 듣다 보니까 근데 이문세 제2의 이문세라는 그 별명을 붙여주신 게 저한테 너무 영광스러운 일이었던 것 같아요.
It's such a huge honor to be called Little 이문세, right?
맞아요. 그래서
There must be a bit of pressure too, though.
그래서 맞아요. 조금 있는데 이문세 선배님이 아무래도 지금까지 너무 많은 세대를 아우르는 이제 다 좋아하는 가수이기도 하고
네.
또 그분이 불렀던 노래들이 이제 또 되게 사랑받고 있잖아요.
네.
그래서 저도 그런 가수가 되고 싶다. Long run 하는.
Yeah, I mean, 이문세's been around for so long. He's still such a big part of the music scene today.
맞아요.
Even after decades of releasing. And David would like to be a musician in that sort of vein, someone who's long-lasting, who will be here giving us comfort
네.
for a long, long time. So you said you like listening to lots of different sort of genres of music. Is it something that you try to express in your own music too? Lots of different genres?
그러니까 뭐랄까. 저는 진짜 다양하게 골고루 이게 제 플레이리스트를 친구들이 보면
네.
야 너는 뭐 이렇게 골고루 듣냐 막 이래요. 그래서 진짜 별게 다 있어요. 막
네.
뭐 힙합도 있고
네.
팝페라도 있고 재즈도 있고 락도 있고 막 되게 다양한데.
So David's playlist consists of so many different genres of music. His friends are
맞아요.
like, what is this? Eclectic. We'll call you eclectic, shall we?
맞아요. 그래서 제가 지금 또 공연하는 것도 되게 다양하게 공연을 하고 있어요. 이제 어쿠스틱 하기도 하고 가요, 힙합, 팝, 락, 재즈, 뮤지컬 곡도 부르기도 하고
Oh, wow.
네, 팝페라도 부르고 행사를 가면 이제 트로트도 부르기도 하고요.
아, 진짜요?
얼마 전에는 동요도 작곡을 해놨어요.
Oh, really? Wow. So not only, the big genres like pop and hip hop and all that, but David has started writing nursery rhymes for kids as well.
네.
Wow. And doing musical numbers. That's so interesting. Which would you say is your favorite genre to perform right now?
요새는 좀 재즈 공연할 때가 되게 좋은 것 같아요. 뭔가 그러니까 진짜 막 이렇게 딥한 재즈 하시는 분들한테는 재즈 같지 않겠지만
네.
이제 사실 이 대중들한테 다가가기에는 약간 이런 팝 재즈들이 되게 좋잖아요. 재즈에
네네.
입문하기 좋은. 그래서 최근에도 이제 최근까지도 이제 호텔에서도 계속 재즈 공연을 했었고 그러다 보니까 되게 편하면서도 되게 즐거운 음악인 것 같아요. 흥미로운 음악인 것 같아요.
네, 맞아요.
네네네.
David said he's been performing not like deep jazz, but kind of light jazz that the general public might be, easier to get close to, approach, and enjoy. He's been performing at hotels. It sounds like you do a lot of performances.
맞아요.
like releasing is something you do regularly too, but performances being a huge part of your life. Is that
맞아요.
right?
그래서 공연을 진짜 많이 하는데 사실 제가 올해 조금 이제 내 앨범에 집중하기 시작했고
네.
그 전에는 계속 남의 노래만 부르고 다니는 시간이었던 것 같긴 해요. 근데 그것만으로도 되게 즐거웠었는데
네.
그게 남의 노래를 계속 부르고 다니는 건 약간 가수의 수명이 점점 좀 짧아지는
그쵸,
느낌이
그쵸.
아무래도 있더라고요. 네.
You can't just sing covers all the time.
Yeah.
And other people's lyrics and poems, because that shortens your lifespan as a musician.
Yeah.
Okay, so a couple of the listeners mentioned, and I mentioned too, how
Yeah.
your voice is so soothing. It's such a great, I feel like it could be such a great source of comfort to so many people. You must hear that quite a lot. 자주 듣는 말 아닌가요?
네, 맞아요. 그래서 이게 뭐 노래할 때도 원래 그렇게 노래를 잘했냐는 질문 되게 많이 하잖아요. 가수들이 되게 많이 받는 질문이잖아요. 네, 저는 이제 목소리는 이런 그냥 말할 때의 목소리는 사실 그 사람의 마음과 어떤 생활 패턴에서 나온다고 생각해요. 근데 이제 어떤 제가 하는 일 자체가 이제 사람들을 위로하고 좀 이제 성격 자체도 이게 누가 위험에 처해 있으면 못 보고 약간
네.
이런 성격이다 보니까 말은 좀 그렇게 부드러워진 것 같고 노래는 사실 되게 못했어요 어렸을 때.
아 정말요?
오히려 되게 교만해서 되게 난 노래를 되게 잘한다 생각했었는데 고등학교 때 고등학교 때 이제 아버지가 이제 레코더 같은 걸 사주셔가지고
네.
이제 레코딩해서 내 목소리를 들었는데 너무 끔찍한 거예요. 그동안의 나의 시간이 너무 부끄럽고 그래서 그때부터 약간 모니터를 많이 하기 시작한 것 같아요.
Monitoring is important.
맞아요.
So David went through a period in his life in high school where he thought he was a much better singer than he was, but his father held out a recorder,
Yeah.
and when he listened back, he was horrified. Is that the right word?
Horrified. Humble. Be humble.
Humble. That's a great word. I think everyone needs a bit of humbling every now and then,
Yeah.
right? But that comfort that he's able to express through his voice, he thinks is kind of, it comes through your daily life.
Yes,
Like
yeah.
you have to be the sort of person that, likes helping people, as I feel
Yeah.
like you do. I've seen your post online about you doing charity work, etc.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, music is an expression of life, isn't it? And I
Yeah.
feel like your music is a great expression of your life.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so your diverse life, I feel like, has led to this sort of diverse musical education and releasing that you're doing. Okay, I think it's time to listen to more of your voice.
Ah, okay.
If you're ready. David Koo joins us today on this Hangul Day special of Tune In Time. And he's going to play, this one's an original song, right?
Yes.
Okay, so are you ready?
Ah, yeah, I'm ready.
This is David Koo with 이사.
이 세상 어딘가엔 내 한 몸 쉴 곳 있을까? 이 세상 어딘가엔 내 지친 마음 쉴 곳 있을까? 혼자이고 싶었고 함께이고 싶었네. 더 가지려 애써봐도 손에 잡히질 않네. 돌아보면 별일 아닌 일들 참 작았던 그때의 나 지친 몸과 마음 돌아온 곳 내 집은 내 집이 아니네. 나 영원히 쉴 곳엔 나 빈손으로 가네 이 세상 어딘가에 내 한 몸 쉴 곳 있을까 이 세상 어딘가에 내 지친 맘 쉴 곳 있을까 혼자인 것 같아도 그대 있기에 살았네 혼자선 그 무엇도 아무 의미가 없네 돌아보면 별일 아닌 일들 참 작았던 그때의 나 지친 몸과 마음 돌아온 곳 내 집은 내 집이 아니네 나 영원히 쉴 곳엔 나 빈손으로 가네 지친 몸과 마음 돌아온 곳 내 집은 내 집이 아니네 나 영원히 쉴 곳엔 나 빈손으로 가네 그대 있는 곳이 나의 집
David just sang for us Isa, Moving Home. Another beautiful, beautiful tune. Thank you, David.
Thank you.
Now, this was one of my favorites when I checked out your music online. Again, it has that kind of melancholy mixed in with some sweetness. How did this song come about? Was it based on you actually moving home?
Many people asks me like that.
Yeah, because moving home is a stressful time.
네, 맞아요. 진짜 이사는 생각하면 너무 힘든 일인데
네.
생각해 보면 결국에는 살 곳을 찾아서 계속 이렇게 다니는 거잖아요. 이동하는 거잖아요. 너무 힘든 일이고.
네.
네, 근데 이제 자기 집을 갖고 싶다는 꿈을 모두가 갖고 있는데 사실 이게 쉽지 않은 일이잖아요.
It's not easy to, especially own your own home these days.
in Korea, in Seoul.
Yeah.
근데 이제 저도 이런 고민들을 되게 많이 하면서 근데 이제 가족들 같이 살고 있는 가족들을 보면서 아 그래 뭐 이게 꼭 공간만을 이야기하는 게 아니라 이 사람들이 있는 곳이 내가 정말 쉴 곳이구나 약간 그런 있었던 것 같아요 영감이. 예.
So it's not just a physical home or house or a space. It's where you are with your loved ones.
네.
That gives it the true meaning of home, doesn't it?
맞아요.
So many comments during your live performance. Yeah. Let's see. Another beautiful song, says Siska. David's voice suits the vibes of the song so well. Steve also says the song expresses his feelings so well. Leon, I love that his music has the power to heal and comfort his listeners.
Wow.
That's his strength, and he should continue making more music for us. I think that is in the cards, Leon. Benny says, OMG, this is also a perfect song for traveling at night. That's so true. We all need some good driving music, don't
Yes.
we? You could probably play this one on your way home after a long day.
한강다리.
맞아요. On one of the bridges over Hangang,
Yeah.
where you really want to get back to your family. What a perfect song. All right, you guys are listening to Tune In Time, and it's time for our little mini segment within a segment. It is time for Shkrit. Okay, Shkrit. So, do you ever sing over the phone to a loved one, David?
Yeah.
Sometimes?
Yeah, sometimes.
It's something we do maybe when we're younger to a budding boyfriend or girlfriend.
So many times, yeah. When I was younger.
Back in the day. So it's going to be a little bit like ASMR. It's just going to be David and his voice. So which song is it going to be, David?
제가 만든 노래 중에 표현해줘라는 노래가 있어요.
표현해줘, Tell Me
Yeah,
is another
Tell
song
Me.
of David's.
맞아요. 그래서 요거 한번 불러보면 될까요?
There. If you guys have earphones or headphones on hand,
Yeah.
you might want to get those right now because you're going to want to listen close. All right,
Yes,
if
I
you're ready.
will. Yeah.
표현해줘 말 안 하면 몰라 알잖아 남잔 다 바보 나도 똑같더라 말해줄래 네가 좋은 건 뭔지 또 싫은 건 뭔지 I would love to do what you want 저 별이라도 따다 줄 텐데 I would love to do what you need 이렇게 너를 사랑해
Ooh, just got the chills. I know I've mentioned this so many times before, but just your tone is so lovely.
Oh, thank you.
So tell us a little bit about 표현해줘, Tell Me.
이 표현해줘 같은 경우에는 제가 되게 빨리 썼어요. 밤에 이제 뉴스에 있는 그 인터넷 뉴스 기사를 보다가
네.
이제 어떤 그게 남자 커플의 심리에 대한 약간 그런 글이었거든요. 근데 이제 여자는 화가 나고
네.
남자는 왜 화났는지 모르고
It sounds very familiar. So he was watching a news article or a news program about relationships psychology. The woman was angry and the guy had no idea why she was angry.
일단은 say sorry를 먼저 그냥 이유도 모르고 reason도 모르고.
So he had to say sorry without even knowing the reason.
근데 이제 그 모습이 너무 웃겨서 요걸 노래로 써보면 재밌겠다. 그래서 한 진짜 30분 만에 쓴 곡.
Oh wow, he wrote this song within 30 minutes. Yeah, it's funny when inspiration hits, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's so cool. Okay. So we talked about your 구현모 monthly, David Koo monthly earlier. And that means there must be another song coming up for release.
Yeah,
Can
맞아요.
you tell us a bit about it? Give us a sneak peek, possibly?
지금 그 노래는 지금 10월 이제 21일 날
21일 on the 21st,
Yeah.
he's going to be releasing his next monthly
October
song.
song.
Okay.
근데 그 노래는 이제 제목은 세 장.
3장, 3 pages.
No, bird
New
cage.
page. Oh, bird cage. I'm sorry. Korean is hard,
Yeah,
guys.
Korean is so hard. 안 그래도 농담으로 조킹으로 많이 그랬어요. 큰 거 세 장 막 이러면서.
3장, bird cage.
Yeah, bird cage.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wonder what it might be about.
네, 그래서 이 노래는 이제 내가 사랑했던 그 사람을 새로 표현한 거죠. 그래서
So he used a bird as a metaphor for someone he used to love.
그래서 내가 사랑하는 방법이 잘못됐었다는 어떤 그런 노래인데요. 내가 이 사랑이라고 생각하고 이 멀리 날아갈 수 있는 이 새를 세장 안에 가둬놓고 내가 널 지켜주는 거야. 넌 위험하니까 내가 세상에서부터 널 지켜줄게. 약간 이런 어떤 잘못됐던 나의 사랑 그런 거에 대해서 이제 또 비유해서 만들었어요.
Wow. So
Yeah.
is it coming from past experience?
Kind of.
Kind of. So maybe or maybe not from past
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah.
David is writing about what he thought was protecting and doing a good thing for someone he loved. He realizes later on that he's actually holding that person back,
맞아요.
trapping them in a bird cage.
네.
Ooh, another lovely metaphor. Okay, so your monthly release is going to be continuing into next year as well?
요거는 조금 고민하고 있는데요.
네.
이제 올해 12월이 되면 이제 프로젝트 앨범 2개를 제외하고는 이제 7곡이 모여서 이제 정규 앨범을 곡수가 적은 정규 앨범을 만들 수가
오케이.
있어요. 그래서 이제 12월에는 정규 앨범으로 묶어서 내년에는 좀 이거를 홍보하고 마케팅해서 좀 이제 밴드 셋으로 약간 페스티벌도 공연을 가고 싶은
와우.
마음이 있는데 아직
네네.
기회가 없어서 좀 이제 좋은 분들도 많이 만났으면 좋겠고 좀 이렇게 홍보를 많이 하는 해를 보내려고 합니다.
Oh, wow. Okay.
네.
So towards the end of 2024, David's planning to release a full album of 7 or so songs.
네.
Can't wait for that, by the way. Keep an eye out for that. And so next year, he thinks will be a time where he has to promote that and hopefully get on the festival circuit, which he's been wanting to do but hasn't
Yeah.
had a chance yet. So, good luck with
Thank you.
with that album in 2025. All right, so we have to close out this segment very soon, but we have one last official question. It's the official tune-in time question.
예.
And it's about food. If you were to be a food, what would you be, David?
저는 약간 그 뷔페인 것 같아요. 예, 뷔페.
I think I see where this is going. And why would you be a buffet?
약간 취향대로 골라 먹을 수 있는 음악을 좀 다 갖추고 있기 때문이 아닐까라는 생각이 드는데 사실 뷔페가 약간 좀 그 부정적인 이미지도 있잖아요.
네.
음식을 남기고 음식 쓰레기가 많이 나오고 근데 약간 저는 약간 장점만 모아둔 그런 건강 뷔페랄까? 예.
Like a healthy buffet. So, you know, according to taste, you can pick and choose what you want. Ignore the bad parts of a buffet. We won't talk about those. But if we're talking about a healthy buffet.
Yes.
Okay, that's all the time we have for today, sadly. Is there anything you would like to say to our listeners, David?
일단 이 아리랑 TV 통해서 여러분들을 이렇게 만날 수 있게 돼서 너무 행복했고 또 이렇게 저를 찾아내 주셔서 사각지대에 있는 저를 찾아주셔서 너무 감사하고 저는 또 우리 선배님 만났는데 선배님과도 내년에 한번 작업을 할 수 있는 기회가 있으면 좋겠다.
I would absolutely love that.
그런 생각을 또 했습니다. 그래서 또 만났으면 좋겠습니다. 네.
David, thanks us for, he's just so happy to be here today. He would love to work with yours truly next year. Hopefully we'll make that happen. But yes, thank you once again, David, for joining us for the first ever and the Hangul Day special of Tune In Time. It was so lovely to have you and it was such an honor to be comforted by your voice.
Thank you.
All right. So, guys, that is all the time we have on Culture Crunch today. I'm going to leave you with one last song by David. This is Wake Up by David Koo. And we shall say goodbye to you here, but I shall see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, it's time to wake up. 너무 오랜 시간을 움츠려만 있었지. 어린 날 꾸었던 꿈들은 구석에 처박아 놓고서 인생 뭐 있냐고 가진 것도 없는 내가 세상 탓하고 수저 탓하고 남 탓하고 내가 봐도 한숨만 나와